lock of the day, Dashwood Lock. Look at these beautiful fields, look. I think this is a reasonably deep, about 9'2" or something, this one. Going back down into Cherwell Valley down there, look. Not good for the internet signal, but we'll see where we end up, won't we? This is beautiful. Not a bad way to start the working day, eh? Cruise your boat. Enjoy all of this first. Check out how he's doing. Oh, that's pretty good, that lot. So give him 10 out of 10 for that one, won't we? Hello. They've got unusual faces, haven't they? Like colourings. Yeah. Nice wood being cut down for you there, Mick. Oh, we're just coming towards the next lock. Look at this, isn't it beautiful? This should be the last lock of the day. Unless we struggle. I don't know if you can see that. There's a kite going above. See it? You can tell it's a kite due to the tail. A bit different to a buzzard's. Buzzard's is a bit rounder. Well, that's my theory anyway. We are at Northbrook Lock on the Oxford. I think this one's only about 5'2", about my height, on a good day. It's a lovely setting in amongst these woods. Look at this. Tree-lined canal, beautiful. Been treated this month in April to some glorious weather. Been so lucky. It was only yesterday we had to cruise in the rain a little bit. Other than that, it's been absolutely stunning. What a start to the cruise for the year. Long may it continue. Right then, let's go and get this gate ready to open. It's creaky like my bones. Nearly 50, you know. That's what I sound like when I get up and down. Right then, we've had about 3 hours, haven't we? Yeah. Stop. Had a nice bacon, not bacon. He's vegetarian. He's not going to be having any bacon. A
sausage.
vegetarian sausage baguette. Meant to say baguette, not bacon. Anyway, we had that. I've done about 3 hours work-ish. And now we've decided to cruise to Thrupp, which is our sort of final destination this week. Because I said earlier I'm going to Newark on Thursday. And we wanted to give ourselves a day because we've got to go back and get the car, haven't we? Yeah. Get some shopping. I need to go to the post office because Waterways World magazine contacted me and they want a copy of Lost the Plot to review. So I've got to get to the post office to send that. So it all kind of makes sense to get there today, and the weather is glorious. Yeah, absolutely glorious. So probably it's about 2 hours, and how many locks? About 3 or 4, something like that. I'll have a look in the book. Oh, we're just filling up Pigeon's Lock. Put that sill down there. Chunky one. There's only one paddle working, so it'll take a little bit longer. It's starting to get a bit cloudy actually. Better not rain. Right, that's that lock done. 2 more to go. Now we're coming towards the area where I would imagine most people who's either watching other people's vlogs or have seen stuff online about this boat up ahead. Bless them, it flooded. And then their boat was left at the absolute perfect pivot point on top, well, balance point on top of the Armco. Can you see it? Don't know if I'll be able to film it when I go up to it, so poor people, must be horrible. Don't know, I suppose I can't get a crane down here, it's too tight, but you think they'd be able to come up with something to get them off, wouldn't you? Enjoyed a glorious little stretch along the river. Absolutely stunning. Nice to open it up a bit on the river. Now it feels like we're just saying it feels like we're coming into one of the locks when we were on the River Trent back in the day. So if you can see, the river carries on up there, but we're going to the right into this lock. More up, and then I think it's only like 2.5 foot or something, this one, just to take us off the river and onto the canal level again. I must say I'm loving the Oxford Canal. What a beautiful place. This is another one of those weird shaped locks, look. Very interesting. Like I say, there's not much difference between the levels. She's just holding the boat because despite looking still, there's still quite a strong current there. Got to be careful on these rivers. That's the signs, look, about the floods when you're allowed to travel. Really wouldn't, well, like with any river, you wouldn't want to be on here when it's in flood. That's for sure. That's surprisingly heavy, that gate. Just had to get off and help me. There he is, look. Shaking his head, I don't know why. Moaning, the man. Specialise in moaning. What are you shaking your head for? Will do, it's a weird lock, isn't it? I can push the bow out when it goes if we need to. Trouble at lock. Shouldn't need too much out of it. See, oh, it's just gone over the tree. Can you see the kite going over? Wow. Cool is that? We are back on the Oxford now. That kite's still doing its thing over there. It's pretty cool watching that over the lot. Lovely open fields. So we've got one swing bridge which I think we need to operate. I think that's down because I've just seen a boat coming through, and then we're going to try and moor up because we're more or less at Thrupp then. And then that's today's cruise done, and probably won't be cruising for another 5 or 6 days. Right, here we go at the swing bridge. It is windless. I was looking, I thought it might be. Usually when they've got this round thing, they are. Right, let's swap hands. Oh. Nearly there. Sorry if it's a bit jerky. Quite enjoying doing these swing bridges. I think there's quite a few of them on the canal that we're aiming to go down at some point on this year's adventure. Right, that's it. Oh, it's a good workout. Don't need a gym when you live on a boat. Oh, there's a nice butterfly then, did you see it? Got a concentration face, look. Down. Interesting little tunnel there, look. Don't know if this used to be part of a railway bridge, maybe, because it's quite big, isn't it?
There's the bridge over the canal.
Yeah, I think it was a railway bridge though, yeah. So there's the new one. So it must have come over here at some point. Right, keep your eyes peeled for a mooring spot for us. Hello. Usually they fly past, that one flew towards us.
It's been tamed,
yeah. Right, here we are back at Thrupp again. This time, can you spot the plot? Beautiful mooring spot up there. Really happy with that. So we had to do the swing bridge when we got 7-day moorings there, so that's perfect. Off we go, blue skies and sunshine, leaving our lovely, stunning mooring at Thrupp. Thoroughly enjoyed it, haven't we? Well, you more so than me, because I've been away for most of it. Yeah. But beautiful.
Recommend it.
Yeah. Right, off we go. See where we get to today. I don't know if can you pick up the noise of the pigeons, look. Being watched. They don't go to the toilet on the boat. So we've moored here. Stopped it then because someone walked past. We've moored here because the water point's round the corner, and if we're moored round the corner, the stern of the boat would be sticking out. So we've pulled it up here because then at least boats can get past. So fingers crossed. Time to make a coffee.
Like a lumpy bit.
Oh, it's all right for me. Are you having to duck? Oops, camera went up in the air then. His little mouth going, why don't you move? They're all like that lot. Right, we're at the second lock of the day and the final lock, unless we can't get a mooring, before we go onto the River Thames up to Lechlade, because we're going to try and moor before the lock that takes us onto the river. Chris is just hovering because it's slightly tricky to moor there with the little weir thing over there. About 3/4 full up. As soon as that gets to the top, I'll open it up. What's down here? Just like to have a nosy in case see any otters or kingfishers or anything interesting. You never know, do you? Saw that monk jack at the last lot. This is Kidlington Green Lock. Oh, look, he's getting carried away coming in. Look, it's not ready yet. Here she comes. Tell you what, she's ready for another wash again. Some little touch up of paint. Want to get some kind of polishing kit and give it a bit of a polish at some point. And we need to get some bigger planks soon for when we go on the Kennet and Avon. Something we need to add to the shopping list. A lot wider, look, this stretch of the canal. Look at that, beautiful Armco, look.
What if you didn't want to be bothered?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. There is a zoom in, a swing bridge ahead. Well, it looks more like a lift bridge. Not sure. So I better take my windlass and my keys just in case. Whew, that was a tough one to raise up, that was. Took about, I don't know, 50 turns or something. So hot, it's like 23 degrees, about ruined me. Let's just come up to the bridge to pick me up rather than get in that spot there, look. I better get ready to get on. Right, slight change of plan. We're at Duke's Lock. We couldn't find any moorings up there. They were all long term, not sort of shorter stay ones. So we're having to go through the lock, and then we wish you. Once we get out the lock, we'll be turning right to go through the very slow, semi-broken lock. If we went straight on, that would take us down to Oxford. So let's see how it goes. Right, so Chris is taking the boat round there. He's going to swing around and wait for me around there while I shut this lock. The boater came along and very kindly shut that gate for me. And then this one was open when we got to it, and he shut that one for me as well. Fabulous, very nice of him. We're just going to get in the lock now, and then because this one is officially out of order, it's very leaky, so I think people are saying it's about 10-15 minutes for it to naturally fill up so you can open the gate. So we will, might be time for a ginger beer. Ginger beer. I'm thinking with some ice. Yeah, different kind of beer though. Right, let's get this shut. Right, so here we are, hanging about in Duke's Cut Lock, waiting for the lock to fill. And then we're on to the River Thames. Slightly different part of the Thames, not the one where you go under Tower Bridge and London Bridge. See how long this takes to fill. And then we'll have to see what the mooring's like, because it's a river, so it's a bit different to being on the canals and there's less places, so we shall see what we find.